Well, hello. It's been a while. It's been a minute or a year. This is the Apple and Orange line, and I'm Apples and Oranges, otherwise known as Rob, here on the Apple and Orange line. So I'm just kind of watching my TV here to make sure that I go live and that I can hear myself. And the Apple and Orange line. So I'm just kind of watching my TV here to make sure that I go live. Mute. Okay, so it looks like it's working, and I'll just kind of try to keep an eye on the live stream. I've got a TV behind me here. So anyway, I'm live here in my kitchen, and I've been thinking about doing a series that's something along the lines of coffee and trains. I kind of sit here sometimes and look at trains on weekend mornings. So maybe Saturday or Sunday mornings, I'll just go live and talk about what's new. I don't think I'm going to do it every week, but every once in a while, once a month, a couple times a month, and just talk about what's new in the Lionel O gauge train world. Again, my name is Rob. If you're new here, please consider smashing the like button and click subscribe. I would appreciate that, and appreciate all my subscribers. I don't expect to have very many people in my live stream because I didn't announce it, and I don't have a lot of subscribers to start with. But I'm returning to Lionel and O gauge trains after being away a long time. I've been messing around with them a little bit over the last couple of years, but I am not an expert. I'm just, I think, kind of an average guy who had Lionel trains when I was growing up. And it's a connection to kind of my dad and my childhood and the fun times we had with the trains. So I just thought I would go live. I haven't put out any videos for a while, although I've shot videos and I've been messing around with trains a little bit, but I just haven't edited my videos and I haven't posted them because I have a new editing software and it's uh, challenging. So, but it's apparently very good. It's just there's a big learning curve for me on that. So, what I thought I wanted to do today was take a look at the Lionel 2024 Vol.1 catalog. And I have not seen this catalog other than I just opened it up on my screen here, and that's it. So I'm going to just kind of take a look through the catalog and I'm going to see what jumps out at me, what interests me, and what I might order. I've never done pre-orders before, and I think I'd like to try that this year. It would be a new experience for me. And then we'll just kind of go from there. So we'll jump into the catalog here, and let's see. For me to do that, I think I have to go like this. Let's see. Well, that took me away. I don't need to be in the video, but let's see here. So I think if I if I yeah, so that works. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just take a look at the catalog. So there's the O scale, which I've never bought any O scale. The last train I bought was Polar Express Lion Chief, and I like it a lot. I was really impressed with it. And this also, if we go back, the 20th. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. Well, anyway, the, the 20th anniversary of the Polar Express. So we'll see what they have in store for us on that. And what have I done? Okay, there we go. All right, so, okay, there we go. All right, so I've got oh, there we go. I zoomed in on the page. So, okay, so I am, I'm learning. Can you see yeah, you see my hand moving around because I have a touch screen here that I'm using. So, okay, so we've got the O scale, Vision Line, Legacy Steam, Legacy Diesel, high-end sets, freight cars, and then the O traditional Lion Chief Plus 2.0 Steam, and then Diesel, Lion Chief sets, Lion Chief Steam, Lion Chief Diesel, motorized units, rolling stock. And then Halloween, scale, and traditional. That's something I might be interested in. I like I don't go too crazy decorating for Halloween. I go a little more overboard at Christmas. And I always try to run a train at Christmas around the tree. But something for Halloween, maybe something I'd put in my front window or somewhere would be kind of neat. Let's see, Christmas, the Polar Express, scale, Lion Chief sets, and assorted. Expand your world, accessories, and still available inventory. So, all right, let's get right into it here. We got the O scale. I guess this is just the intro. O-scale products are some of the most premium stock models and most expensive in model railroading with superior mechanisms, high-end features, and stunning lifelike details. O-scale products are some of the most premium stock models. Okay, I just wanted to check my audio. These Airbud things, sometimes when I've tried to record a video on my screen, they get all clicky and kind of weird. So it sounds like they're working pretty well today. So let's see here. Um, so that's the basic intro to the O-scale Vision line. Is again the top of the line, most expensive of all expensive trains. From earliest days, Lionel has been celebrated for its ability to create the most innovative, groundbreaking, and expensive model train products in the world. But we know they're expensive, so I'm not going to keep hammering that. In 2009, we proudly introduced a line of the most authentic, technically advanced trains and rolling stock. So this is the Legacy Vision line. So I have my scanners on in the next room. So it's also 2 degrees right now, and so it's also quite blustery. It's pretty breezy outside, so that's part of the reason I'm stuck inside, just messing around looking at trains. Looking at trains I can't afford. Okay, so oh, let's see here. What have we done? Okay, so the Vision triplex. Okay, these are cool. So we have, let's see. Let me zoom in on this. Okay, so we got an Erie. Also, just as a kind of a footnote here, I am located in the Pacific Northwest, and I've always been pretty much most of my life. I've lived up here. I born and raised here. Left for a while, lived around the country, and then moved back here. So Erie, okay. And then what else they have? It's all Erie and then Denver, Rio Grande. Okay, that is cool right there. I just like the looks of it. The green boilers, that's really nice. So I tend to gravitate to things. I actually live along or right nearby the old Northern Pacific line through Washington State. It's BNSF now. Occasionally we see some UP. We have a kind of couple little local railroads, one historic, one is active. And so I kind of like to find things that are sort of oriented to my life and experience in my area and so on. So, of course, Erie uh, is not, and um, the Denver, that's like a really cool line, but not really doesn't really appeal to me too much, I guess, in the grand scheme. Also, $2,500 is, for my first uh, scale item, that's probably not going to be it. So it's probably a pass for me. And then see what else we have here. Northern Pacific. Oh, I spoke too soon. The Here it is, the Northern Pacific 4050. And these are what are these? 288. The triplex is wild, just with the tender. So what do they consider them? 28882. I didn't read of course, I didn't read the description. Kind of hard to do on the fly. Let's see here. So new wheel slip, maybe new wheel anti-slip, tender wheels slip on. Oh, they do slip. Okay, I got it. I get it. Okay, so they do slip. 4-digit addressing when using the base 3 and the cab 3. I've only seen one video on the base 3, so I'm really interested in that. Because I don't have a legacy system or anything right now. I'd like to get one. Um, so, so yeah, these are cool. I mean, they're really expensive. Oh my gosh, they have a Halloween one too. I really walked right into that, didn't I? I was talking about maybe I'd get a Halloween item. or Northern Pacific, and here's $5,000 worth right here on my right on my screen. Glow in the dark finish on the Halloween version. That is cool. Wow, I've not seen that. I don't think we've seen that before, have we? I, I have not seen that. Um, maybe you've seen it, but oh, out here we have not seen it. So hey, Davin, Randall Ellison, Davin McKenzie, good to see you guys. Thanks for stopping in. I wasn't really watching the chat. Davin, is that how you say your name? We chat all the time on other people's live streams. But by the way, shout out to my friends at GFW. Since we're having coffee and trains, I'm drinking out of my GFW train mug. The GFW trains where they once it was we uh, talk about everything, but mostly trains. I almost forgot their catchphrase. But anyway, I am actually enjoying some coffee, and I keep my coffee mug back there so I don't spill it. So, so yeah, Davin and Randall, I appreciate you jumping in. So that glow in the dark is really cool on the triplex, and then pilot. That is awesome too. But the Northern Pacific, boy, that I thought that Denver was cool looking, but then this Northern Pacific is that's talking to me. I need to move along here before I get into trouble. Okay, so we have the Erie Vision Triplex Superset. Wow, you see it down at the bottom of the screen. That thing is, how much is that? Let's see, where's the, oh, there it is. Yeah, it's 4,000. So, I mean, you'd only probably get one of them because, it would just be a duplicate set. Unless I turn the page and I hope there's not going to be a Northern Pacific here in a minute, but the detail is stunning. Your mother's pure all occasion cocoa. That's cool. I like old brands of products and uh, things like that. So okay, well that is cool. Don't get me wrong, but where's the cocoa car? Is it on there? No. Oh, is that an extra? No, it should be in there, right? Let's see, I don't see it. Okay. Oh, yeah, there it is. It's cut off right in the between the pages. Okay, cool. All right. Probably not something I would get just because I'm not an Erie guy. Never been there. I'd like to go though. I'd like to. I'd like to take a boat up through like that part of the country. There's canals and things you can navigate the Erie Canal. Legacy control system, legacy steam locomotives. Okay, these are legacy. So I don't have legacy, but I would certainly consider. I would definitely obviously get it if I or get the cab 3. And then I think I can also run these off my phone with the app. So Nickel Plate Road, $1,700. And again, nickel plate, Chesapeake and Ohio, these are nice, but they're um, they're just Berkshires. I mean, I think Berks are cool, but they just they don't really speak to me. So let's see what else there is. The H7 2882. Wow. What do we have here? The Chesapeake and Ohio. Got a whole bunch of that again. Denver, Union Pacific. Okay, I do like Union Pacific. Those are cool. $2,000. They're nice. Again, if I would rather have Northern Pacific, but Union Pacific is also it's like my number two. So anything Northern Pacific related would probably be my number one. And then let's see. And I think if I started with a legacy engine, I'd probably go smaller. Like here we are, 460, 10 wheelers. I'll have to look up, I'll have to research these a little bit more when I'm not trying to read it live, but these are cool. There's a locomotive at a local railroad museum here. It's a Northern Pacific, and it looks just like that. Oh no. This could be my first legacy right here. Northern Pacific 1372. Hmm. I have a video on my channel of the one it's at the Northern Pacific Railway Museum, which is located in Toppenish, Washington. And I was actually just down there a few weeks ago during Christmas. They have annual toy trains and Christmas um, uh, deal at the museum, and they basically clear out the museum and they set up maybe 20 or some huge number of layouts, and they do everything from Z, N, H, O, O. There's a bunch of O's. S. There's a really cool S guy I know does the S. Another guy I know runs the O. Lionel, and they have they have some really cool stuff. A lot of stuff that's been donated by people, and then a G, really nice G. And I've shot a lot of video while I was there, so I will post that. Even though it's not Christmas anymore, it's still I think it shows people, and hopefully some people will see that and go next year. It's a really neat event, and then they also take you on a rail train down the road to see Santa at the North Pole. So that's pretty cool. But this Northern Pacific 1372, I forget what the one is here. I'm terrible at numbers, so um, but it looks like that. So I'll have to compare that, and maybe I'll do I've got some really cool video of this in real life, and I think I'll do a video on that. And then we've got a Western Pacific, but wow, that right there is got my attention. The others, the others piqued my interest, but this 10-wheeler Northern Pacific 1372, item number 2431670 for 800 bucks. I'll have to get a hold of Kenny at Train World, get on their Train World website and check it out. Um, I did see they were taking pre-orders, and the only modern thing I've ordered was from Train World, and I like them a lot. I think they're cool. I like all their live YouTubes that they do. So I have my foam fingers over there. But moving along here, we got the Royal Blue Line. This is it Baltimore and Ohio, B&O. So again, boy, that that is so nice looking. You can just the details can very rarely does Lionel not get the detail, as it appears in the catalog, or usually it's better. But wow. Look at that, the observation car. Oh, I don't know if you call that I don't know what you call that, a shade or a curtain across the back there. I'm sure there's some term that I don't know, and somebody's going to jump all over me. But those are nice. A nice set, boy. If they had some kind of a Northern Pacific freight set, they used these Northern. This I keep coming back. I'm going to keep coming back to this one. This Northern Pacific, it did work in my local area, um, hauling, like mostly agricultural commodities. Sugar beets were big and back in the day, apples, and um, here we have apple. Today is apples, probably apples, hops, cherries. We're pretty much number one in the world for all of those, and then we're the largest producer of apples and hops and uh, cherries. Our cherries are very popular in Europe. I mean, in Asia. We get huge delegations of Asian leaders, politicians, business people, celebrities that we've never heard of here that come and do promotions for the cherry industry. So anyway, that Northern Pacific was hauling the commodities and things like that around here, probably lumber and things too. Um, Lionel Locomotive of the Year, wow, number 2024, 442. Milwaukee Road's A class, and I'm a big fan of Milwaukee Road passenger service. Um, the Hiawatha. My mom took the Hiawatha, and I have her ticket back in the early 50s. And I think it was partly steam and partly electric. It was electric a lot of areas out here, and then I think it was steam going across. Uh, but I do like this. Milwaukee Road, Hiawatha. I'd have to study this a little bit more. $1,200, right? Yeah, $1,200. Was it 442? So it's like the let's see here, because I have a traditional Atlantic, not streamlined, um, and a Lionel set from the MPC era, and that I've got videos of it. Um, so yeah, these are cool, and the cars, this car right here, that's just so cool. And let's see what you get, a pack of cars, a three pack for 900, or a four pack for 1,400, plus the locomotive for 1,200. So yeah, I like it though. I think this is very cool. I don't For my first foray into Legacy, we're still going back here to the where'd I go here? My first foray into Legacy might be right there. I think we got a winner there. We'll think about that. Okay, we'll see what we don't know what's around the corner here as we flip the pages. So here's another Chicago and Northwestern, which is definitely a cool road name. Um, and then you have basically the same thing. We got a $1,200 locomotive and tender, and then the three pack or the four pack at $900 and $1,400. Very, very cool. I wouldn't probably buy that just because it's not, doesn't speak to me. But here's another Seaboard Union Pacific. Um, Again, they didn't run in my area, or in my local community in that era. Um, and my dad was a kid here in town, and he roamed around the railroad tracks. I've done some videos about that, but his dad worked in the ice plant that was right along the Northern Pacific. Uh, Moving on to legacy diesels, I have a weak spot here too. I think so a GP9s, Jeeps are my favorite diesel. I have a Grand Trunk Jeep that I love. Again, that was from my childhood MPC era train. Minneapolis and St. Louis, Norfolk Western. So let's see if we have anything that would Union Pacific would certainly get my attention. And then let's see here. I like it. $600. They have offer two numbers, 310 and 312. And then what do we have here? The 310B, is that a dummy? 500? Oh, 600. No, that's what is it? Oh, okay. It's just what do you call that? Uh, a B unit. I forget what you call this. It's a non-human extra power locomotive. Okay, ES-44s, BNSF, and I see these. I don't know if I still see these. I forget what I actually see. Um, let's see here. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. Um, that's why I'm doing it. I'm gonna get better. Okay. Yeah, I like the basic BNSF livery here. The Union Pacific's newest paint scheme. What about BNSF? Okay, so I don't want to read the whole thing on a live stream, but uh, yeah, Union Pacific, very cool. I do see a lot of Union Pacifics, not so much in my town. They do come through, but predominantly BNSF. And but when I'm traveling around, not too far from here is a big, definitely a big UP area. So let's see here. All right, so I do okay. I like that. What is it? 750, $750. They have a few options there. I don't know what's a super base. I'm not familiar with that. I'll have to read up on that. If you know, leave it in the comments, please, because I don't know. These are more, right? Yeah, ES44s. Other road names just don't. Um, the one thing being out here in the corner, this corner of the country in the Pacific Northwest, there's um, a lot of Lionel and a lot of the trains from all manufacturers are centered on the Northeast or the other parts of the country where there's a maybe a longer history and a greater number of old names. And so SD45s, again, the classic Santa Fe was that blue bonnet. um, I like those. We had these in HO when I was a kid. um, they're cool. When I was really young we had HO before I my dad and I got into Lionel. And we got E6 units. Again, this is cool though. Oh, trying to zoom in on that. Wow. General Motors. Cool. Milwaukee Road, of course. I have a soft spot for Milwaukee Road. I have a passenger set and some cars and things. Um, and since my mom actually rode Milwaukee Road in the Hiawatha era, that's kind of cool. Rock Island, the Rock Island line is E6. This is cool. The E7B. It's $500. 1,200 for the set, for the double A set. And then City of San Francisco, that's cool. Hmm. And then the Rock Island cars, the Al Capone coaches. It's cool. I like the Rock Island, the railroad song that sings about the Rock Island line. But again, these E6 units here, they're cool, but they're just not my cup of tea or my cup of coffee. Which, speaking of which, I think we'll have a. I promise not to eat during a live stream, but I don't know if you can see put my GFW cup back here. Get myself into trouble here. All right, so these SW8s, I love switchers, and that could also be a good foray into legacy if they have something that speaks to me. U28C. I've never had one of these, and they have a UP. Those are reasonable, $700, and then going on to the nickel plate fast freight legacy set. That's cool, and that's probably, yeah, $2,500. Oh, Fruit Growers Express. We have the Pacific Fruit Express. There's another local railroad museum in my town, the YVT. It's the longest continuously run um, electric. What do you call that? Local freight line, trolley line, and They have some old like Pacific Fruit Express cars, and I have some videos there. I've been down there lately too, and I'll try to uh, try to post one of those videos as well. So yeah, this is cool, but it's just not my bag. Let's see what else we got here. The Atomic Energy Commission glow in the dark. That's awesome. I had not seen that. I remember didn't they do something else recently, or they did the rocket one? But 500 for the GP9. Jeez. Okay, that's cool. We have a big atomic facility not too far from me. It's called Hanford. It's where they built one of the bombs, and then also a lot of the parts of the bombs is the key components, the nuclear parts. And let's see here. The new Legacy O-scale set pays tribute to the 2001 Jeep 9 and assorted Atomic Energy Commission cars released in our traditional line over the years. Wow. It's got a Geiger counter. Clicks. We used to have a Geiger counter when I was a kid. Fortunately, we never, it did make noise, but I don't know. I think a lot of people had stuff like that back in those days. So what's the whole set? Is 1,000? Glow in the dark legacy set. That's pretty cool. I like the hoppers. And then yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know if I'd buy that, but it is cool. I appreciate the fact they do some off the wall stuff like that. Illinois Central, City of Miami. Let's see here. I'm just gonna check my sound again. They do some off the wall stuff like that. Sounds like it's okay. I don't hear any clicking. I don't hear a Geiger counter on my audio. So Illinois Central, City of Miami Legacy set. Hmm. And 1,500 for the set, and then the add-on cars. Two pack is 500, and the 500 for the diner. Huh. What else we have? Passenger cars. Expand your New York Central and Pennsylvania turn of the century consists with these new semi-vestibule coaches. Those are cool. I would do New York Central. I do have a soft spot for New York Central. I think my very first Lionel was a New York Central freight set with a Hudson, and I still love that. So I could haul these with my Hudson. Looney Tunes. Who doesn't like Looney Tunes? The Acme Minicopter boxcar for $109. Oh, they Acme loads. Okay. Yeah, they're cool. Not sure. Not sure if they're my thing. Hot box reefers. At Santa Fe Fruit Growers Express. Oh no, there's the Pacific Fruit Express right there. Okay. For $300. What do they really have? I better read this here real quick. Hot box, a dangerous concern on the railroad. An overheated journal box is no plaything. So they actually hot reefer box or hot box reefer. Um, you get a whiff of smoke and crew dialogue. Before long, the journal will erupt in flame and smoke as it screeches loudly. Wow, that's why it's $300. That's really cool. That is very, very neat. And that does speak to me. Uh, Union Pacific World War II. Those are cool. I'd probably like buy war bonds and stuff. Let's see. For 250? Is that a three pack for 250? Okay. That's a lot of money, but they are cool. Caboose, that would be neat. $129 for illuminated marker lights. I was wondering if the flag lights up or something. I like that. Keep them rolling. I don't know how many box cars I would buy right now, especially if they're not something that I have a connection to. I always like tank cars. I like these too. There's the Katie RBP. Maybe if they do a special edition RBP Katie flat car with 20-foot trailer set. And then hoppers. I like hoppers too. There's a weathered one, or maybe they all are. This one has graffiti. Oh, weathered. If I read, I would know. It's weathered covered hoppers. So a regular hopper is $90, but if you want graffiti on it, it's $99. So only $10 for the graffiti, or you could do your own graffiti, DIY. Or find just park it out at the local rail yard overnight and get some free graffiti. Northern Pacific, now that's cool. They have these at they have about nine, I think, cabooses at the so maybe it's seven. It's a single digit odd number between 5 and 10. Down at the Northern Pacific Museum. In fact, we rode we actually rode up top here in the caboose on our way back from the North Pole, and then we sat down below next to the heater on the trip to the North Pole because it was cold. Um, huh, that's cool. Union Pacific. Yeah, that's Northern Pacific. That is $129. Uh, let's look at the CA1 cabooses. Union Pacific's CA1 class saw more than 5 decades of regular service over the entire system. Uh, yeah, bookend from 460s to big boys. Boy, that could go with my that Union Pacific. I mean, I'm sorry, the Northern Pacific 10-wheeler. I had a little heater on down by my feet, and it was getting hot. Let's see. Yeah, I like this for sure. I don't have a Northern Pacific. I have a Burlington Northern green caboose, I think. Okay. And then got the Woodside cabooses over here. Again, nothing really. Strasbourg. I've never been there. I do hope to get there, and York uh, on the same trip. Hopefully, maybe this year that'll happen. When is York? In April and then October. So that'd be cool. Uh, yeah, Randall, I like those cabooses. I'm glad you said cool caboose. Let's see. So steel side box cars for $80 retail. Maybe a little less at Train World or your favorite Lionel dealer. Woodside reefers, those are cool. I don't, not really, nothing's grabbing me. These 50-foot tank cars, 3 packs, 260 or a singular 90. Yeah, the BNSF. I don't know if I've ever seen those. We do. There's a big Cargill uh, facility. I think ADM maybe also. There's a couple big food. I don't know what you call that. not really the final product of the food, but the plants where they make the ingredients that they sell to food producers. I think there's both ADM and Cargill down around the Northern Pacific Museum actually. We got hoppers. Now I do see what I call the BNSF grain train is what I run into all the time. I sit at intersections and watch hundreds of cars go by, going from probably like Idaho, eastern way out in eastern Washington, Montana, Idaho, places where there's a lot of wheat and grains, and then they haul them, I think, to Seattle and Portland to the ports and ship them overseas. So traditional, oh, this is much more my speed. Although I really like I like the scale, I like the legacy. Vision line, I probably won't do this year, but Lion Chief, I bought the only thing I bought recently was the Lion Chief Polar Express a year ago. I really like it. I love um, the app. Use the app on my Android, and there's so much you can control with it. You can really fine tune, all these individual volume controls. Um, you can customize it. You can do so much with it. It's really, although I'm very interested in the base three, but and even the actual just the little plasticky Lion Chief remote is, you know, nothing wrong with it. Does the job, and it's quick and easy. So here's all the features of the different Lion Chief 2.0 with Bluetooth and all that. I couldn't tell you what the difference. I have to look at the chart each time. But these Berkshires, we have a $600, and I think my Polar Express, that is a Berkshire, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. There's Randall. Are you still here? Randall, you got the Frisco Bicentennial one in HO. You like it? Cool. Was that on the caboose? I'm assuming. Um, so yeah, these Amtrak. I rode Amtrak when I was a kid. I've been on Amtrak a few times. We don't even have service here right now. They're trying to restart it or get it back. It's been gone a long time since I was a kid. But so I don't really know all the phase one, phase three, all the different locomotives, phase four. Um, and if you live in the Northeast where Amtrak is more of a way of life, um, it's I would probably buy something older, like an older style Amtrak that would match what I rode on when I was a kid. I had kind of an epic Amtrak trip with my dad when it was my birthday when I was, let's see, what, 9 years old, my ninth birthday. And so I like Amtrak stuff. I have an Amtrak Lionel set from the 70s, and the Doodle Bugs are cool. I I do like them. Would I get one? Maybe. They're just so goofy. Goofy Doodle Bugs. The one I would get is probably, well, there's a Northern Pacific, and then there's also a New York Central. I'd probably get a New York Central. Just I don't know why. Just I do like New York Central. Disney Frozen, John Deere Green. That's cool. I have a lot of John Deere stuff from when I was a kid. I have a lot of John Deere tractors. I've everything from little tiny ones to big John Deere diecast tractors. Uh, I still have them. They're cool. Looney Tunes. I like Looney Tunes. I don't know if I'd buy a Looney Tunes train, although don't speak too soon. I saw Bugs. Uh, this is this is my idea of Looney Tunes. Marvin Martian, Daffy Duck and Elmer Fudd. That's oh wow. There's a what's the the Acme Dynamite Factory? Good grief, how cool is that? Okay, so that could if I had a layout, which I don't right now, but I do plan on one. Something like that would be really awesome. But Wile E. Coyotes, is it a hole in the wall where he went through? Okay, that is awesome. I I was just about to say I wouldn't get the Looney Tunes stuff, but maybe I would. The Prairie Freight, Cowan Family Dairy Farm barn. What's the animal sounds for $180? That's cool, but maybe not something I wouldn't be high on my list. And then we've got more just I guess Lion Chief steam engines. I've never had just a Lionel lines. I I like those. I'd like to get some post-war steam engines. I might do that. Let's see. New York Central. I like it. How much was that? 250. Wow. Yeah. I mean, I think they're nice. I was really impressed with my Polar Express Lion Chief. I mean, I thought it was going to be kind of light, flimsy, and plasticky, and it was not. It's the modern version, I think, of the MPC era trains because they didn't have scale, you know, didn't have division line, all that stuff back then, and so that's how I view the Lion Chief. It's more on par with my childhood trains that I have, much more so than the Vision line and all that. All of that stuff is very, very cool. But I mean, I guess my where I'm coming from, my expectation of what a Lionel train is this that that BNSF. How much? $300, and that's reasonable. I know it's expensive, but it's something new to have fun with, I guess. And then you got the speeders, which I like them for $190. That's quite a bit. Then you got the Area 51. This is what I love about Lionels is some of the goofy things they do. Keeps it keeps it fun, keeps it interesting. Passenger cars, Santa Fe, Lionel lines. Oh, here we go. Pennsylvania, UP. Yeah, I mean, I could again, if I were to buy a passenger set, I'd probably do either Milwaukee Road, Northern Pacific, or probably New York Central. Harry Potter. Yeah, I know it's very popular, but and I've took all my nephews to the movies. I read the books so I could talk to them. Uh, Justice League. It's cool. Long live the Batman, Signal Caboose. These are really cool, and actually for a branded item, like a trademark branded item like that for $160, that's really unique. Very cool. The Superman Steel I-beam flat car. Oh, they have a Green Lantern searchlight caboose. Disney, the Thomas Kincaid Studios edition. Those are really nice. Um, let's see, are they all? Let's see here. No, they're various themes. So the ones at the bottom are Christmas, and that's Really neat. Look at the chipmunks. The chipmunks are roasting marshmallows. I forget their names. Whoops. And then we've got the Angela Trata Thomas Prairie Boxcar, and what's this one called? The Diesel Flag Boxcar. Yeah, that's really cool. For a really special item like that for $100, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it was more. Oh my goodness, the Bob Ross water tower. That is awesome. Who doesn't like Bob Ross? You need a like a background with like like nice little happy clouds in the background. Chip and Dale, thanks, Randall. Which one did you want? $300 for an O-scale locomotive isn't bad these days. It's cheaper than most HO. Yeah, Hunter Coleman, thanks for joining the chat. What do you think of post-war diesels? Yeah, I just kind of mentioned a moment ago. I don't have any post-war diesels, Hunter, but I would like to add those. I don't go to many train shows. There aren't very many train shows where I live, or I have to drive hours to get to one. And so, yeah, Randall, Bob Ross, Happy Clouds. You have to have happy clouds to paint them on your wall. You could actually, that would be actually that's a great idea when you're doing a scene or a background is to do it. I've seen there are YouTubes where young folks who probably weren't even alive when Bob Ross was around, and they'll do a Bob Ross. They'll watch a Bob Ross video and do a Bob Ross painting. And I think if you were to do that and for a portion of your background, maybe one side wall or something on a layout, have a Bob Ross backdrop and clouds and stuff, that'd be awesome. But yeah, answering your question, Hunter, I like post-war diesels. I would probably first buy post-war steam. Most of my trains, Hunter, are MPC era, which are pretty similar to post-war. A little, not quite the same, but pretty close. And so those are the diesels I currently have. Um, yeah, this is Happy Little Accidents. That's awesome. And then the Bob Ross Art Gallery, $129 again. That's amazing. Um, and the cars. Who did the cars? Or they're just Lionel. Oh, that is so cool. Bob Ross sound cars. Oh, I had no idea. See, I didn't know anything about this. I haven't watched anybody else's videos on the um, catalog yet. So, okay. Now I'm not like a Bob Ross fanboy or anything, but fun paint splatter roof print. Oh, I see. It's got paint splattered on the roof. Oh, wow. So I haven't read all this yet, but that's really cool. The Barbie thing, I understand it's big. I don't think I'd be buying it, but I know it's a hot commodity right now, and plus I don't know that it's just for girls, just because it's popular and it's a collectible item, but if it gets girls interested, and daughters and sisters getting into the hobby, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, that's awesome. I always found Mr. Rogers a little weird, especially the King Friday, is that his name? The only thing I liked about Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood was the trolley. Well, did the trolley had a name, didn't it? Let's see. Randall says, I've got a magnet that looks like the mural on the building. It says, we don't make mistakes, we just have happy little accidents. Yeah. Bob Ross. So funny. We when he was more current, like actually putting out, I think he only did really one season of maybe one or two seasons, but he used to be on way back when I was younger, and we just were like, who is this guy? It's before he really gained legend status, but did they start with a thin, even coat of liquid white? Yeah. Chevy and Ford crane cars. Did the I don't why don't they have a trolley? That's what that's what they need is kind of maybe the like the trippy trolley, the Mr. Rogers trolley. If anyone knows if the trolley had a name, I think it did. Everything had a name on Mr. Rogers, Speedy Delivery, the mailman, and all that stuff. Okay, shifting gears here from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and Bob Ross, we have the Anheuser-Busch beer car, the Budweiser, and the Lenny Lager, Lenny the Lion. Now that's really cool. Kind of an interesting kind of merging the mascot of a toy company with a beer tank car. It's I like it. I mean, I know a lot of guys they're working on their layout and having a cold beverage while they're doing it. And that's all cool. I got to go back to that. That Lenny Lager, that would be a really cool item to have. I mean, it's probably an instant collectible. I don't know, have they ever done that before? And then the Lenny Lager Industrial Water Tower. That's cool. How much was that? $90 each. Those are cool. I do like them. Wings of Angels. I like these. You know, I like aviation, so P-38 Lightning, Fork-tailed Devil. Oh, that's the backside of the P-38. That makes sense. Dauntless. And the B-17G. I have pictures and video, I think, of a mini B-17 that a guy built. Took him 20 some years to build it. He's never flown it himself. He built it from scratch, and he built the plane from a scale radio control model. He scaled it up to something like I don't know if it's 1/3 or one ninth or something. I don't know. I'm not very good at scale other than 1/48. But anyway, it's a four engine custom, everything about it is custom, completely hand fabricated and built. But it's a mini B-17. And it's the craziest thing you've ever seen. It's got room for one guy to sit right up on top of the. There's a turret up on the top, and the guy sits up in there, or there's kind of like a little in the B-17 cockpit here, right here, up here in the B-17 cockpit. Anyway, the guy sits up in there and flies the thing. It's a one person four engine micro bomber. Just the craziest thing ever. Anyway, let's see. Oh, there were a total of 31 seasons of The Joy of Painting. Wow. All episodes are on YouTube. Wow. I thought he only did a couple, and then I think he got sick. But wow, that's amazing. 31 seasons. Yeah, I feel like I've seen every one of them 10 times, but maybe not. I was hoping they would dive into some anime stuff, especially given the popularity of the shows like Dragon Ball, My Hero, Bleach, Naruto. I don't know anime very well. Is that all the Japanese anime? Um, yeah, obtaining licenses on something that's so current and popular might actually be, it might be tough. I don't know. And I just don't know much about that. I know it's popular though. I saw somebody was talking about one of them the other day. Is there like Dragon Ball or something like that? I was like, I had to look it up to figure out what they were talking about. U.S. Army boxcars had a big military train came through town yesterday. Uh, Not sure what that was all about. We have a training center for the Army that's near where I live. It's huge. And it looks like Afghanistan or somewhere like that. So Union Pacific boxcar, Western Freight. Those are, I mean, that's just cool. Um, I would get Union Pacific, Northern Pacific, Burlington Northern, Santa Fe, things, things like that, like the Hopper there. Norfolk Southern High Cube boxcar with graffiti. Was it 80, 90, $90? I don't know if I would buy anything with graffiti on it. I mean, I get it, but it just, I hate graffiti. I see enough of it. I don't need it in my house. East Broad Top 150th anniversary boxcar, American history. I mean, all these Western Pacific, California Zephyr, the First Continental Congress, 1774 to 2024. Wow, 250th anniversary. I hadn't thought about that because the bicentennial, or the not bic, what we call it, the quas, whatever the centennial. I forget how you say that. 250 quas quincentennial or something. Um, the personalized cars are those are neat. I don't know if I would do one. I think they'd be a really cool gift, or like a kind of like a, yeah, like this anniversary or wedding, graduation, something like that. Of course, or just for a great guy. Oh, Father's Day. Yeah. If they had those, maybe they had them. I don't know what they had when I was a kid. We looked at the catalogs. Mm, yeah, those are the big ones. Okay, then we get into the Halloween, the Twilight route. Make sure my coffee's still on. And I need coffee. I haven't been drinking it. Let's see. As part of coffee and trains, we have to drink the coffee and talk about the trains. So let's see here. We get. Uh, if you have to get to Chicago in the worst way, take the Erie. That's cute. Halloween wood passenger car two pack. $519. Wow. Okay. It's really cool. I mean, it's cute, but wow. Okay. What else do they have? They got the Dr. Acula's blood tonic. Uh, Maybe a glow in the dark Erie Vision caboose. $309. Wow. What's the other one here? Oh, that's it. Okay. It's yeah, I don't know about that. And at the beginning I said, wow, maybe I'd get some Halloween item, like a Halloween train set. Oh, here's the Halloween trippy trolley. Now everybody says they love the Halloween trolleys. The only MTH item I have is the Christmas trolley with the LED lights and everything, and I love it. Um, so maybe, yeah, maybe just a Halloween trolley. I know everybody likes the trippy trolley, and I mean this is kind of just the Halloween rendition of it. So that would be pretty cool. $150 retail, MSRP. I love the silhouettes. That's hilarious. I was driving by a house near me during Halloween, and they had right now they have just tons of inflatable Christmas decorations in their yard, but during Halloween they had a bunch of inflatable Halloween big giant pumpkin jack-o'-lantern or whatever, and then they had an inflatable hearse, and it had skeletons that were driving it, and like in the back window and stuff, and it was kind of like this. It was every time it was just such an unusual thing to have a giant, like life-size inflatable, almost life-size, probably three-quarters scale maybe, inflatable hearse in your front yard. It's just kind of weird, but it was kind of funny too. The skeletons were crazy. Yeah, a little out of the budget. There's a few things that are a little out of the budget on here, Randall. Let's see, we got the Halloween Coach New Moon, $109 on these. That's New Moon or Crescent Moon. Observation Coach, baggage car. So, if you put together a set on these, you're 300 for the locomotive and then 100 to, what was it, 110 on the cars. How much for this one? 120. Yeah. I mean, they're cool, but I would do that just for Halloween. I like the water towers though, glow in the dark. That would be pretty neat. If you were to set up a little Halloween display, that's $60. It's quite a bit in the barn. I just love how Lionel repurposes everything for different themes, and we'll get into the Christmas. I don't know if I'll buy another Christmas train, although the one on the cover there is cool. We'll look at it here. So we've got the Polar Express 20 Years of Believing 20th Anniversary O Scale new tooling on observation car. I mean, wow, that's beautiful. You have to change it up, and then for $2,400 for the scale Polar Express. Yeah, I have the Lion Chief Polar Express that I use a few weeks a year. I've had it for a year now, and I really like it. And for me, I think we're good. Now we've got other 20th anniversary. Oh, this one is the 20th anniversary Berkshire 1225 with plasma coat. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. It looks really nice. $1,700 is also a lot of money, but the special edition red, the traditional black. I mean, if I was going to do one of these, yeah, I would do the red or this plasma coat. That would actually, the plasma coat would look really cool with the Polar Express passenger cars. It's a little bit. Okay, here we go. Is this? Sometimes I have a hard time to figure out what we're looking at here. Yeah, this is $529. This is the 20th anniversary Lion Chief set. It's a little more my speed. And then we have the Polar Express 20th anniversary coach for $99. So I could get that and add that to my set as a way to commemorate. Polar Express 20th anniversary coach. Oh, black roof. No, I have the snow roof. I have the snowy white roof. Or a boxcar with Tom Hanks and the kid. $160. Let's see. It's a sound box car. The Polar Express bell sounds if you believe. Illuminated the Polar Express ticket on each side. Oh, that's cool. So that lights up. I like that when they do that with the the lit feature on the car. Moving along, we have the Polar Express, just a Berkshire Lion Chief version, 600. What am I missing about that? The 20th anniversary Lion Chief 2.0 Berkshire. That's $600. Okay. But this set, oh, it's a little different, isn't it? You can get the whole set for 529, but it is different. Yeah, okay. This is, no, it's really not, is it? What am I missing here? Huh. Hmm. So $600 for just the locomotive. What's this one? 600. Huh, there's something I'm missing here where you could go with the Amtrak Genesis. Hmm, okay. Oh, that's cool. My the border is blocking out my cluttered counter back there. I hadn't noticed that. Let's see, and then moving along. So the Genesis, that's what, 549 retail. Again, that's cool. Speeder, that would be cool. Or the Doodlebug. I'd still get, I think, a regular line Doodlebug, but the Polar Express Doodlebug is pretty neat. I think I'm the Speeder and the Doodlebug. There's the hand car, a couple different versions of those. And the box present transport car and the personalized box car. They're cool. I just don't know. I have what I need for under my tree personally, but Polar Express Billy's house, I couldn't remember his name. And then the water tower. His house would be kind of cool. Or the freight terminal. They had like the train station. I forget what the train station was that they arrived to in the North Pole. But moving along, we've got the O scale Christmas. This is the Atlantic. Is that an Atlantic streamline? Reindeer Road. So it's a nice play on the Milwaukee Road with the signature Hiawatha observation car. What did they call that? There's a name for it, I thought. I'm sure it probably says right here. It's got clickety clack sounds in motion. And then this is cool. That's fun anyway. The North Pole Cocoa Milk Train. I like it. I kind of like it. Plus, it's not really like a licensed item, but $1,200. Wow, it's beautiful though. The Claus Cocoa, oops, and the North Pole Central Arctic Circle Milk Sugar Plum Route. I think it'd be fun to sit around and if they have a meeting where they try to come up with all these eggnog, Santa's favorite eggnog. Maybe how about a hopper car full of giant carrots for the reindeer? We used to always leave carrots, a cookie, and eggnog for Santa and the reindeer. Then the deer dash. That's cool. The caboose, snow-covered caboose, woodside caboose. How much is that? 125. That's not too bad. I mean, compared to the whole set here, which is pretty expensive. Now here's a diesel sleigh bell limited. That's $529. So that's like a good. That's the same price as the Lion Chief Polar Express um, Berkshire set. Yuletime warmth, light of hope. What's this one say? Glad tidings. What is this? And then sleigh bell limited. 24.25. Huh, interesting. Oh yeah, it's just I thought it had a different number up there, but it's 24.25. Just it looked like 21.25. I was like, why would they do that? Um, this is cool. An operating freight, the Sled X, nice. Christmas operating freight station, 150. And here's some extra add-on cars for $200. Peace on Earth, goodwill to all. I like this though. It reminds me of my my Lionel Amtrak, pretty much. That's what it is. It's the old Amtrak repainted for Christmas. I like it though. I mean, if I wanted to have another set going somewhere, just I don't need any more than I like a traditional train under the tree, but if I were to set up something on another kind of a table, I have a table where I could set up like a snowy display and get some of those Department 56 or I forget the other one, the name of the other deal, but um, let's see. Where does it tell me my time? 1 hour and 15 minutes. I thought this was going to be like maybe 20, 30 minutes. But I get babbling and looking at these things. The Peppermint Railroad, Lion Chief 2.0 Berkshire 600. That's cool. But how many of these? Well, I was going to say, how many of these do you need? You maybe you need more. I just need like pretty much none of them. But um, I like it. I like all the Christmas stuff. It's this here, NPC Snowflake Limited. That's awesome. Lion Chief Bluetooth 5.0, $299. So, um, and then you could cobble together a set, but $120 is it's getting up there. Of course, those are retail prices. If you go to your your favorite dealer, they should be a bit less than that. So let's see. So yeah, more repurposed items. I do like the you have the North Pole Central Speeder, and then the Peppermint Railroad Transport Bulkhead Flat Car, $70. I like it. Removable pipe load. I thought they were candy canes. I think you could replace it with the actual candy canes. So let's see. And then those are Lionel HO. Expand your world. Lionelville. Take their Lionel take on Plasticville. Or so you got a passenger shelter, mail and express station. I like those. I like the operating scenery, accessories. Oh, you got a whole. Is that real though? Oh, that's cool. Excuse me. You have an actual, what do you call that? A power station or something. I don't know what it's actually called, but it's real. It's real and it's modeled. Then all your lighting accessories, light standards, low scale locomotives and sets still available. So we're going back to the old previous offerings here. And passenger cars. These are things that have been offered recently. They're just, I guess, trying to move some inventory, which I appreciate that. Um, Prices might be better if you contact your favorite dealer. I think Train World, they discount, I forget what their deal is after 90 days when it's in their stock. That's when they discount again. I forget the percentage. I don't want to say anything wrong. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I'm not sponsored by anybody except myself. But O-scale, but they do after 90 days, they discount their inventory and then not on pre-orders or new arrivals. But uh, if you want to chance it and wait 90 days, you get a little better deal. O-scale rolling stock. So these items, if they have them in stock, would be obviously Lionel or somebody must have these in stock. So I don't really need I don't really need a lot of rolling stock. So Lion Chief sets. I'm really happy with my Lion Chief set. I only have one so far. I'll probably have others, but I don't know how many other sets I'll buy other than something that really grabs me, or something unique like the Polar Express set. That's something I like. So again, I don't want to dwell too much on any of these older items or previous offerings. The missile range. There's some things here I would probably contemplate. Sergeant Stumpy's Red, White, and Boom. I love the stuff they come up with. It's funny. Lionel humor. Donut and coffee shop, opposite corner store. Um, Menards, they have great names and great humor on their products too. Their accessories, their buildings and things. I've been to Menards a bunch of times now, but I finally visited Menards and looked at train accessories this past summer. I think I bought one item, one train item, and I'll do a video on it. So what was that there? Oh, that was smoke fluid. I have enough. I still have smoke fluid from my youth, and I have new smoke fluid that came with my uh, Polar Express last year. So the cab three, base three, and cab three. Base three. Um, how much is it? Does it say? I don't. I don't see the price. But worst case scenario, I would consider getting the cab 1L. I forgot the three. Is it the cab three? Is that what it's called? The one they don't make anymore? That's the one I would rather have. But honestly, the app that I used for the Lion Chief was great, and I'm sure the Cab 3 app is that much better, and then you can run everything with it. And so, well, I shouldn't say everything, but legacy forward, I think. And then the base three, I think that would combine everything. But for me, at this point, I don't have any legacies, so if I would buy something new, then that's all I need. I'd probably just start with the app, just to keep it simple and find out if I like it. And then Transformers. When I do a layout, I'll need Transformers. I don't have any ZWs, or I forget what the MTH version was. I can't ever remember. But so control systems, tracks, switches, specialty tracks. Cool, very cool stuff. And then we're getting into the American Flyer. I think we're done with the Lionel, pretty sure, other than the thing. So to recap, let's see, is there a quick way to get me back to the start? There should be. I forget how you do that. Let's see. Uh, we'll just hop back this way to recap what I might order. Oh, shoot. I don't know what that was. I'm afraid I'm going to bump something and pull up something I shouldn't. Let's see. Pull up my emails or something. I'm just going to scroll back real fast. This live stream has been longer than I planned, and I know it's probably kind of boring watching me go through the catalog, but um, I've never done a live stream on right off my screen like this, so it's something I've wanted to do. both here and on my other channel to be able to show some things. So that yeah, there's a lot of neat. I mean, obviously it's all cool. Even even things that like Harry Potter or something that I probably wouldn't order, I still like it. I just think I think it's cool that some of the things that Lionel does always have and hopefully always will. Amtrak, I'd rather have more of an older Amtrak. Um, I think the biggest item I found was, well, these cabooses. This Northern Pacific, I'll have to look up and see what they have at the, I have pictures. I don't, maybe I'll do a separate video on this, what they have at the local museum or that's nearby. And I could even run down there. And I am actually going to be down there. I told them I would help them pack up the layouts for the Christmas Toy Train Christmas show, which we're not going to do that for like a month or so. But I will be down there for that. And let's see, where's my 10 wheeler? Gotta get back here. Here, we're close. It's gonna be right here. Come on. There we go. Yeah, the Northern Pacific 1372, $800 retail. That I really like, and that's a legacy. So, and I would like to try a legacy, and I think rather than starting with the, the $2,500 offering, something in this line, in this, price range, price point, size, and it has local a local connection to me. So S4 is it, I think. So that that is definitely let me see here. Oh, that is on my that's at the top of my list. I think the the Northern Pacific 10 wheeler, I think they called that an S4 or something. I need to read this because I haven't even seen this. This is the first time I've seen this. So um, that is so I need to read this when I'm not live so I can kind of focus on it. But that right there, that looks just like the one they have at the local museum. The funny thing, I don't know how many of them are in existence. I'll have to research that, and I think I'll do a video on this because that also helps me learn. If I deep dive in and do some research and do a video. I have a lot of great like B-roll footage of um, this locomotive. About 10 years ago, they rolled it out after the first part of the rehab they did on it, and they refurbished it to the point where it could roll, and it was all together. It still isn't running. They're still working on it, but as far as I know, it hasn't run. But they rolled it out. They brought it out of the um, oh their their shop down at the Northern Pacific Railway Museum. That's in Toppenish, Washington. And anyway, they rolled it out, and I have video. If you actually look back to one of my first videos, it's not my first one, I don't think, but it's back a ways. Anyway, you'll see that. If you like this or have any information about it, let me know. I think I want to say the one down there. I don't know why 1340 jumps out at me, but I forget what like trying to look up the number of it. Um, Also trying to see what the weather is right now. I'm showing 2 degrees, feels like -9, and I don't see any snow falling. We were potentially going to get a lot of snow today. I don't, well, my phone says it's snowing and 3 degrees, feels like -12. It's 3:15 in the afternoon. So let's see here. Let me go to my channel, see if I can find, oh, come on. What happened? Huh. I'm trying to get to. Here we go. All right. Trying to get to my channel. If you're still watching this, please smash the like button. I appreciate that. And subscribe if you want to watch more videos. I don't usually do these long rambling live videos, but let's see here. Videos. Here we go. Okay. 1364 is the local one. Be really cool since it's an actual operating. You can look on my um, here. Let's go back to the beginning of that. If you can look back on my, if you look back on my video history, it's about the second or third video all the way back at the beginning of my video history. So go all the way down, scroll down to the bottom. But that was the day they were having the Northern Pacific, I'm sorry, yeah, the Northern Pacific Railway Heritage Society, I believe it's called. It's basically like a group of former Northern Pacific employees and um, fans. And so they had brought the, I forget what I said the number was, 1364. They brought it out to unveil it. Basically, they rolled it out. They used a old Navy switcher that they have down there to I forget if it's a you see it there in the way back. I think it's I forget if it's like an 80 tonner or a 50 tonner or whatever. I'm terrible about that. It's not really one that I know very much about, but they used it this year to haul us to the North Pole for the go see Santa. But yeah, 1364 I think is the number on there, and so that that is really cool. So I think that's something I would definitely definitely think about doing. So oh, now you can see all my stuff on the counter. Well, it's not really a big mess. It's just my olive oil and pickles, stuff like that. Anyway, thank you again for tuning into this live stream look at the 2024 Vol.1 Lionel catalog. I had not seen this um, prior to opening it up here live on the live stream, so um, I was reacting live, what I was seeing, what I liked, what I wouldn't say I didn't like, but just things that aren't really, they don't really apply to me, not really things that I would um, consider buying, I guess. You know, there's other other Lionel or train items I would buy and put my money into at this point, especially when I'm going to put in if I'm going to build a layout sometime soon, then that's something something I would uh, I'm that's what I have to think about, I guess, in real world, being a kind of an average train guy. I'm not a complete fanatic. I don't know if I'd say that. I love trains. I love Lionel trains, but I have to consider, where I want to put my money and my train money. And coming up, when I build a layout, then I'm going to, be putting a lot of money into that. So I'm gonna try to use everything I have and start keep it as simple and economical as possible, just so I have something to run. And but so money is a finite item, so you just can't buy everything in the catalog. But this right here, this Northern Pacific 10 wheeler, it is talking to me, and then the also the caboose. So I've never done a pre-order. I mentioned that earlier. I've never done pre-orders before, but I think I'll check out Train World first and see what they have going on. Oh, they were back. Where were those? I forget where the caboose was. No. I think we're close. I feel it. Yep. This Northern Pacific caboose. And I need to look. I've got pictures of the ones they actually have at the Northern Pacific Railway Museum, and I'm going to be down there again soon. So I'll see what they have, and then think about 129, $130 for a caboose. I mean, they're obviously quality LED, just having LED lights in there that you never have to mess with. Detailed interior with brakeman figure, illuminated marker lights, all that. That's cool. So that probably that and the S4, I believe is what they called it on here. That's what it is called on the real one here. But I want to look at that one more time because I like it. That's cool. See, the other thing, this was kind of a test just to see how my uh, this is a little bit of a test, this live stream, just to see how my audio and um, on my microphone's working on these earbuds. I have another like a big microphone that I really like. It does a really nice job. I've used it on a lot of my videos, and but it's if I'm going to do this coffee and trains thing and just kind of sit here at the kitchen counter on a like a Saturday morning or something. Um, I don't want to have to set up a whole bunch of stuff here. I just want to kind of got my laptop, pull it up, do the thing, put these in, and get going. So if you like this video or if you like the coffee and trains concept, it's something I would see doing on like Saturday or Sunday mornings. And I don't know if there's anyone else doing coffee and trains. I didn't even research it. I just thought of it while it's something I've thought about doing. Thought about doing like a podcast or something like this, or just a weekly, not a weekly, but maybe monthly or every few weeks, kind of a live stream. Talk about the news, what's going on in the O gauge, mainly Lionel O gauge world, and so it'd be kind of fun to do. So, and it helps me learn as I go. So I know I get some things wrong, or you know, one time I was reading Reading Railroad, and I said reading, and Milwaukee Road James jumped on me for that, but it was a well deserved. I take I take feedback, criticism, and learning all in strides, so it's good. Anyway, thank you for tuning into this apples and oranges, apple and orange line um, live stream, coffee and trains, looking at the Lionel 2024 version 1 catalog review, sight unseen. I had not looked at the catalog. All I did was pull up the cover of the catalog here when I, um, you know, when I opened opened the Lionel website and pulled up the 2024 catalog so I could look at it and review it live. So I had not seen anything, and I had seen um um I had seen a I saw a couple people were posting. I saw Train World or Lionel did one, and um, I saw maybe it was on Instagram. I think I saw RJ's Trains had something, and um, then when I went to pull this up, I actually when I Googled the Lionel 2024 catalog, some videos came up. Chicago, don't remember Chicago's whole name, Chicagoland, um, showed up. I like he's got good reviews, much more knowledgeable than me. I heard do-it-yourself digital model railroad mention coffee and trains once. Not sure if it's a show he does or not, though. Okay, DIY digital model railroad. Okay, I'll look that up. So, thank you, Randall. Thanks, Randall, for joining in. Let's see, we were talking to Randall throughout, Hunter Coleman and Devin McKenzie. Davin McKenzie. Uh, Tell me if I'm saying your name right, Davin, if you see this, because I know we chat a lot, but we've never talked. So maybe I'll have you on Coffee and was it Coffee and what's the name of my show here? Coffee and Trains. So um, What's Jerry Seinfeld's comedians in cars talking about? No, yeah, comedians in cars getting coffee or whatever, which is pretty funny. I was talking to a friend about doing a kind of a live stream or a podcast on another subject where we were going to do something kind of like that. And then so you know, train nerds, train nerds in the kitchen drinking coffee and talking about trains or something. So um, I will, yeah, lots of cool trains in there. I agree, Randall. Randall, where are you? I forget, like what part of the world you're in. Um, just I can't remember because I know we chat on like GFW trains or some of the I think some of the um, live streams we're sometimes chatting in the comments like this, but um, so uh, Mammoth Springs, Arkansas. Cool. I've been to Arkansas a couple times. Um, you work in Thayer, Missouri, hauling BNSF goods. Oh, cool. So you actually work in the railroad for the best railroad, in my opinion, currently, BNSF. I hope you feel that way if you worked with them. But that's what rolls through my town, so that's what I see the most. And sometimes I curse at them when their 100 and something car grain train is rolling through. But yeah, Missouri, Arkansas, that's a neat part of the country. And I used to roll around out there a lot. I crisscrossed Arkansas a few times back, but that was in the 90s. I haven't been there. I don't think I've been, no, I haven't been in Arkansas. I don't think I've been there since. Somebody invited me down there for a flying event. I met some people that have this huge property, and they hosted an event called Arkanstol, Ark like Arkansas, but STOL, and it's short takeoff and landing competitions for bush planes. And I met the people that own that um, property where they host it, and they wanted me to come down to it, so I may try to get down there sometime. It's they were actually running a STOL um, virtual what do you call it? Virtual Microsoft Flight Simulator STOL competition this morning. I was watching it on YouTube when I was getting ready to do this. So it's they call it eSTOL, and so it's it's a whole different world. It's a really fun thing to watch. So STOL, short takeoff and landing, which is basically bush planes that are all tricked out and lightened up to take off and just zero distance, take off and land in really short distance. Some of them take off in like 20 feet. I'm also a member of the West Plains Model Railroad Club too. Oh, cool. Right on. Where is West Plains Model Railroad Club located? I'm gonna guess it's around there. So cool. Uh, Mammoth Springs, Arkansas. I will look that up. And I think I'll end the live stream here because I'm kind of babbling. I promised myself I wouldn't do that, but I'm interested. I'm always interested in knowing where people are because I like Randall and Davin. I talk to chat with you guys all the time. Mr. Railyard, hello, Apple Orange Line. Long time no see. Yes, I know. Oh, West Plains, Missouri. Okay, hence the name of the club. Okay, so West Plains, Missouri. I don't know where that is. I've spent a lot more time in Missouri. Let's see. I'm looking it up here. Howell County. That doesn't help. So. Yeah, Mr. Railyard, thanks for joining in. I assume you got in here at the end, but yeah, we are just looking at the catalog. I had not looked at the new catalog at all, so I was just kind of reacting live, and I found a couple items. I've never done a pre-order before. Oh, okay, so that's out east of Branson towards Paducah. Wow, interesting. Yeah, my great grandparents came from that area, East St. Louis and east of East St. Louis mainly. But a lot of ancestors lived around that area, and they all worked in the railroads, um, or with the expansion of the building railroads and stuff like that. Who didn't necessarily work directly for the railroads, but yeah, it's southeast part of the state, near about 20 miles or so from the Arkansas state line. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I found it. So very cool. Yeah, I've been down through that area a little bit and flown over it too. That's probably why they call it flyover country. In fact, I was talking to a lady on social media the other day. Some lady posted, she's in Arkansas, I think, Arkansas or Missouri, right in that same area. And she was doing her leftover Easter ham. I still have my crock pot sitting on the counter behind me there somewhere. Anyway, so yesterday, no, the day before yesterday. So she taught me this Cajun dish with pinto beans and Cajun and all the Cajun stuff thrown in with the ham, and it's spicy, hot, which I need because it's 0 degrees here, and so that's pretty cool. Let's see, yeah, Mr. Railyard, there's some cool stuff. I'll show you what I found if you want to see here real quick. Let's be sure I'm doing this right. Okay, so yeah, here's my number one item right here is the Northern Pacific. It's the 1372, but we have one at a museum here. It's the Northern Pacific Railway Museum has the 1364 S4, which looks just like this. And if you look at my video history all the way down to probably my second or third oldest video that I have from close to 10 years ago, they rolled it out at an unveiling for the Northern Pacific Historical Society, I believe it's called, was in town for their meeting, and uh, it's still not running as far as I know, but it's close. And once it's running, they'll be using it for um, touristy stuff. So I don't know exactly the plans, but that's my number one. And then there's a um, Northern Pacific caboose. Any Canadian stuff? I didn't really see a lot of Canadian stuff. Looking through like even the modern, I didn't see a lot of like Canadian Pacific. Mr. Railyard, is your name Luke, and are you in Canada? If so, where? But just at least kind of regionally, what part? I like Canadian stuff. My mom was born and raised in Vancouver, and she took the Canadian Pacific all the way across, like from Quebec City to Vancouver, and as did my grandparents when they came from Scotland. They were both about 21 when or actually, my grandpa was 18, and my grandma turned 21 the day she hit Canada, landed in Quebec City, and they took the Canadian Pacific across. That was in the 20s, 1920s. Um, when they first came to Canada. So that was their hell of an introduction to their new country as they, came from Scotland, which is pretty rugged territory. But coming across Canada and the Rockies on the Canadian Pacific would have been probably one hell of a indoctrination to their new land. Um, so yeah, I would. That's another thing I was mentioning. Canadian things that I would buy in here that I think I've found are certainly the Northern Pacific. Um, Anything related to that, Burlington Northern, BNSF. Union Pacific is kind of secondary. Milwaukee Road, Amtrak, and New York Central those are the ones I really like. But I think any Canadian Pacific item, if there was something authentic, I would certainly look at it because, especially a Royal Hudson, something like if they did that, you have to scrape me off the ceiling, I think, but um, that'd be cool. So. Anyway, I think I'll wrap her up here. I've rambled on long enough. Thanks, Mr. Railyard and Randall and Davin, and we had we were chatting with uh, somebody else. I don't want to say that Hunter. I was thinking Hunter, Hunter Coleman. So thanks to everybody for tuning in, and I think I will end the stream. So thanks again. Please smash that like button, click subscribe, leave a comment, all that. And I'm going to do, this has inspired me. I'm going to do a video on the Northern Pacific, the one in the catalog and the one in real life, as well as the Northern Pacific caboose. And I've got a bunch of others that I've shot. I just haven't edited them at all. So I'll get going on those, start posting some stuff, I promise. Yeah, thanks, Randall. Appreciate your tuning in and interacting. I always appreciate it. And we'll chat with you probably on somebody else's live stream soon. So take care, everybody. Happy New Year.